Dave Rice. Dave Rice has spent a lifetime playing and coaching in eastern Colorado. The 1973 graduate of Ariba High School returned back to the Plains to teach and coach after receiving a degree from Adams State College. The majority of his career was spent at Revere High School, a consolidation of Ovid and Sedgwick. Rice's football teams won six six-man state championships and garnered a runner-up trophy in the 8-man division during a 2-year period that moved the school up one division. Rice coached several other sports and made a big mark as the baseball coach as well. He led the Raiders to one state championship finish and a second-place finish. For that work, he was inducted into the Colorado Dugout Hall of Fame in 2013. His wife, Mary, along with daughters Mariah and Kelsey, are proud of the accomplishments of this grandfather of three.
My first involvement with sports was probably when I started out at 4 years old, and because I grew up with 4 brothers, and we didn't have a choice, and my dad worked on ranches and stuff like that, and we didn't have the technology that we have today. So therefore, what we did was going out into the parking lot or where we parked the cars, and we practiced either football, if it was football season, if it was baseball, it's baseball season, and if it was basketball, we had a hoop up that we shot baskets all the time, and it was just what we did. It was one of those things. I started football in 8th grade in Flagler High School, and Coach Weezer, I admired the man. I thought Coach Weezer was fantastic. I thought he was God, for God's sake. And I think he was the one man that really was able to reach us and make us be what we wanted to be and be successful on the field. The whole thing about it was I had to get through school before I could really be what I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a coach. Then I got my first job at Revere and stayed there forever. The success that I had in coaching is due to great kids. I mean, you got to put it on the kids. You don't get here if you don't have the kids that are willing to do what you ask. I took over a program that was 1-36. I've had the longest losing streak in the state forever. And we dropped down to 6-man, and it was a new game for those kids. And the biggest thing that I had to do was to get those kids to turn around and believe that they could be something else besides a loser. And I truly believe this, that God doesn't put bumps in the roads for those people that can't get over them. And that's what I tried to teach to my kids, because there's going to be failures. This sport, whether it be basketball, football, or baseball, will humble you. There's times that you can be on cloud 9 and the next moment, the next week, you're so disappointed. It will humble you into making a person. And you've got to relay that to your kids, that those bumps are made there for those people that are strong enough to get over and compete and become winners. But I want those kids to feel success along the way, that they've reached this goal, they've reached this goal, they've reached this goal. And by the end, if you don't win that state championship, you've only lost out on one goal. But I'm still a winner. I was humbled and honored, and I wanted to share this honor with all the kids that played for me, because they were a major, major part of this. And as I reflected back on this honor, it was the little things that we did allowed me to become inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Tonight, help us welcome Dave Rice as the 2020 inductee into the Colorado High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame.